We can witness the defense of Found Esporting really early on because CHACHA Esports is going to attack first. And what is the strategy they're going in with? It's the Super Archer Blimp with the Super Barbarians. Let's see where he's going to try to land. He might be able to land in the dead zone next to the Monolith, as he should be able to reach that town hall from there. But it seems like he's going from the top side, so he has to land on top of the Monolith. Otherwise, he cannot reach that town hall.
Scene base is very similar to this. Like, put the tornado trap right behind the Eagle Artillery. We'll see if it's there, but he does take a couple black air bombs as he passes through. Absorbed by the ward ability. Does land right next to the mount. There's the tornado trap, double black air bomb, but I think he's in a safe spot to drop right there. Is it close enough to take the town hall down? I don't know that it is, but he should be able to get close enough to a lot of the defenses in the core of the base there to take him out, and maybe it's enough value here, Itsu. I'm not sure if he can get that town hall, though. I'm kind of skeptical on that.
Oh, he tried to clone into the Monolith, but there were no Super Archers. The one clone was completely swagged because of that. And he's not getting the value in the beginning. Like, you can clone aggressively over a wall, which is possible, but you need to clone some troops, or like you need to hit the clone on some of the troops you're trying to clone. So this Super Archer Blimp did not get what he wanted. I think he was looking for the town hall as well. But I mean, Super Barbarians, especially with those open corners, they have the option of moving in, moving out of the base really freely. So with this strategy, anything can happen.
Just need to clear out this right side compartment. Got to deal with the defensive CZ, but going to be taking scattered shot fire while he does that. Over the left side of the base there, Barbarians swarming all across the entire bottom left edge of the base. Able to clear all the perimeter buildings, but I feel like that might be early, but he does get the rage tower pre-triggered, which is definitely a big deal. So it was worth it to get the rage tower triggered, although a lot of times you try to drop those in while the heroes are arriving so you can get some cross-tanking. He wall breaks, but the wall breaker doesn't have anything that can target. There's no enclosed buildings in any of those compartments. All the walls are open, so the wall breaker may have been swagged right there, but it's hard to say if that is the case or not. Maybe the heroes would not have stepped through if he didn't do that, but I think he's okay either way. But he takes the talent down with the rage tower pre-triggered. He has no incoming damage right there. He's able to quickly overpower, and now he's got to deal with this bottom area, and he's got to get past the defensive queen, but he's got 3 headhunters to get through that, Itsu. But we're seeing Tesla farm pop down there, and when I see Tesla farm, I think ground skellies.
Yeah, ground skellies defending that queen would be really bad for him. There goes the Headhunter's invisibility spell to make sure that the defending queen is going to pop within seconds. And remember, he has his own queen ability still as well. Another wall break just targeting an outside wall because there are no closed compartments. And this means those wall breaks have not gotten him in any value whatsoever. And the hit points are dropping and dropping. And it seems like the Super Archer Blimp did not get the value he was looking for with closing in on 80%. But, I mean, he wanted to get way more than that for sure.
Yeah, I think if he would have got the multi-inferno and expo, because you can see where the flag for the blimp drop is in the core of the base there, and it's not far away from the multi-inferno and this expo here. So, like, if he could have got that, he could have had a little bit better chance on the backside of the base here. But you're right, he needed to get more value out of the super archers, and that was the biggest thing there. And if he swagged a clone, obviously you're gonna lose a lot of value just from that alone. But at 86% is gonna be, I mean, it's a workable percentage, but it's a miss against a team that hits over 60% hit rate on every single one of their players. So this is a little bit of a problem there if they were expecting to be able to get high offense and maybe rely on the other team's defenses maybe being weak.
Yeah, and especially yesterday we have seen a lot of matches which were really having early leads, and they were snowballed into a lot of big star leads. So let's hope that this is not going to happen today, since we had the pleasure of so far having every single match being really close. But with having the first attack now for Found Esporting in, it's a Queen Charge Lalo attack from the far side, and then most likely a Lalo into the town hall just based on how those sweepers are set up.
Just need to protect himself through the monolith here. He has a blimp selected at the moment, and he will go ahead and drop in. I assume a Yeti bomb will be inside of that blimp there to go take it down. Hitting a black air bomb on the way in. Falls a little bit short, but it's on the outside. But is there an opening? Yeah, there is. There's an opening. They can walk right through. And, oh no, the healers, they're trying to switch over to the Yetis. He needs to keep them under control here, but he needs the Yetis to just die, so the healers go back to the Queen. He'll lose 1 or 2, but looks like he's got it back under control, and it goes to ability. This is getting dicey real quick, Itsu.
Yeah, at least the scatter is taken care of, which is good news for him, but this Moja Phone Tower right job is going to be a problem. The Wall break is going down within seconds. Another wall break is trying to reinforce and get that queen into that compartment as a skeleton trap is popping up. The king now trying to go for the second scatter shot, as those are just such important defenses. But Eric, right now, the queen is completely avoiding that multi-inferno tower.
Yeah, and you're going to try to cut the queen back by sending the Lalo from the right side. Maybe the queen will run out of targets if the defenses are cleared and take the turn back over the multi-inferno. She's distracted by the headhunters, so that gives him a little bit more time to work. I think he's cleared out. I think she'll turn back as long as she doesn't chase the lava pups there. Those are offensive lava pups. He's okay. It's super minions on defense. He's got the poison on him. He's got the push to the town hall, but he needs the road champion to take it. She's on foot. She's right there, but she gets distracted off over to the super minions, but turns back, takes it to the side of the town hall, and takes it down. But that did use up a lot of her value right there, and a lot of blues died in the process. I don't think he's going to have a chance to pull through on this one.
No, this one was falling short with the queen having some problems to have the same way or the same pathing in mind as the attacker. The minions are going to collect some more percentages though to get him closer to the 80% mark. 79, I think with the army camp going down, this should be for sure the 80% with 40 seconds and the queen about to run to the single inferno tower. I think though this percentage is going to stay as it is. And this means it's an 80% 2-star for Foreign Esporting and the first defense for CHACHA Esports.
Very, very impressive defense there. I mean, the stop Exo Danny is a very big deal right there. But then to start off this war with the miss and then get the defense right afterwards and get up by 6 buildings. So CHACHA Esports on top to start us off here. And it's a defensive start here. That was that got real dicey really quick though. Like that was a very challenging charge, and you gotta hand it to him. Like he held it under control for a very long time, but it took him a lot of time to get the queen back under control, and it kind of forced the Lalo early when the queen was wandering off. And I wonder if he was able to have the queen go to the multi right away, if he could have then concentrated fully on the Lalo and be able to get a little through better. But that's the way it goes sometimes. And now we get to see a sniper coming in for CHACHA Esports, and he's going to be sending in the Queen Charge Twin Hog, and it looks like he's also going to be breaking out a blimp. Maybe the blimp will be used in the same fashion that we just saw to go in there and take out the Expo and the multi so the Queen can round around it. But the extra advantage of a blimp right there is it also pulls the defensive CC troops so the Queen can fight it in safety on the outside of the base there, which is massively beneficial.
And I feel like another thing, which by now is just super important as well, is you are able to trigger the Rage Tower early on. Like with it being with Rage Tower being the strongest spell tower right now, being able to trigger that before you actually go into it with their Queen Charge or even close to it, that's always a massive thing. And he wasn't able to take that out completely with this Yeti Blimp in the beginning. So really good start for him. Beginning has worked out perfectly as he's trying to then path his Queen further to the town, and I think he wants to wall break where the clan castle and the monolith is, so he's trying to charge behind the town hall, which we all know those wall breaks sometimes are interesting. So let's hope that his wall breaks are the smartest wall breaks of entire Clash of Clans.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky here, but yeah, that's a very long wall break. I think the only targets that it can target is the CC building and the battle. Remember, wall breakers target buildings, not walls. So they have to target a wall that's behind, to target a building behind a wall, and then they attack the wall. So it did target the CC building there. It does make it all the way, and he does successfully get the wall break. And the Queen, actually, with that wall break, get access to the multi-inferno as well. And then the question that we have to ask is, will she then path north and go to the town hall, or is she going to go off to the left and avoid the town hall and potentially pull her healers into danger? It's looking like she's veering off to the left right now, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem. But if the healer stays safe, then he might be keeping it under control here.
Oh no, he has already started everything, so he's now really relying on his Queen to somehow turn around and go for the tower.
Healers not under range. Come on, healers.
Oh, double giant bomb. Okay, there's no freeze left anymore. This is really bad news for him, the Royal Champ, with all of those hogs. They have to do something. The healers are now under fire off their town, or the Rage Tower is reloading as well. The Queen without her ability. This is going to be really problematic as the Royal Champ is pathing away from the town. Or is this even 1-star defense.
Diggy, take a stun. Diggy, take a stun. Diggy, take a stun. There we go. Diggy takes the stun at a critical time, and he shuts down the damage from the Town Hall, and he is able to take it down, but he's gonna lose a lot there at the poison. There's a lot of super riders off to the left side that are still working on foot, and they can wrap around and get some more percentage with the Warden here, but with his Rage Tower rearming right now, and now ready to go off on that Multi-Inferno again, there is a 0% chance that these super riders are able to pull through, and he loses the Warden to a Black Air Bomb on top of that. But it is the high percentage, but it is not a triple. He needed the Queen to go to the Town Hall there. When she veered off to the left, I knew it was going to be trouble, and it definitely was, as he just struggled to get that Town Hall down, and he ended up having to put the main force into it when they could have potentially, if the Queen would have taken it, wrapped around the north side and stayed away from the blast, stayed away from the poison, and the Town Hall damage would have been negated.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe the invisibility spell as well, which he invested to redirect his Queen. If he would have placed that maybe a bit different, it would have covered that elixir storage as well. This could have been a different story, but this in the end, the Queen skipping the Town Hall made this quite exciting towards the end of that attack. But it's back to Foreign Esporting with their next attack, and so far they've gotten the lower percentage. Can they now collect their first 3-star? And if I'm not... That is, okay, interesting. This is a base which I have attacked already a couple of weeks ago versus Gaku. I don't know if he built that base on Legends or if it's just another base which he copied, but this base is for sure a base which was used in Legends. So let's see, maybe they have attacked this base already at some point. But either way, we have the attack with the hero dive for the Town Hall going.
I like that he was able to get... Like, he got both sweepers and a central air defense on the base there with the battle builder that's relighting. That was a very, very high pocket of value right there with a very small investment. So that's going to be huge that it's that he's able to take that. But not only that, a lot of the bases like to stack a lot of traps in the core of the base there. So if you're able to remove buildings in the very core, then you would remove the requirement for your troops to go in there and get hit by the traps in that area as well. But one of the biggest things that we're trying to do in any kind of a Zapalalo is try to break the ring of defenses here. So we created a hole in the middle of the base there. We need the heroes to connect to the hole that was created from the outside of the base to make sure there's no straggling defenses. That'll make so that the balloons all path around the base on one side in a crescent shape around the hole that was made by the lightning. And it looks like he's able to get that under control. He's able to break it at the expo there. That's the last thing that he need to set the pathing for the Lalo. Now everything will stay to the right, and he won't have it going around both sides of the loop here. But this is kind of weird because he puts the Dragon Riders in for the right side, the Slammer in for the right side. They go into the multi-infernos, and then he sends the Lalo from the top. So it's like a two-prong attack here with the balloons, and it's actually working very effectively right now.
Yeah, I love the idea of going into that raged up area with the Warden ability, making sure that it's not doing any damage, and really you can just overpower it. And then with the Slammer and the Dragon Riders going to the multi-inferno tower damage, the splash damage, and really overpowering that. What a beautiful plan this was, and you can really see like this attack was planned from the beginning towards the end, and every single little step has worked out beautifully, and great finish means the first 3-star in this match is going to Foreign Esporting.
Interesting. I'm like looking for where the traps would have been to be able to stop any phases attack here, but like I'm seeing like a small Tesla farm right above where the Eagle Artillery was. I'm seeing just a spread of the traps there, like no like specific clump to like shut down any specific phase of the attack. So interesting base building here, but a lot of times people like stack a lot of traps in one area to try to mess up one cause attack there, because usually if somebody makes one mistake, then they'll cascade into further mistakes there. But I never saw anything like that on this base here, and he just moved through unimpeded. Every single phase of the attack was able to move through without any issues at all, and he just completely picked it apart. Very, very nice attack here from Alec, and that is a critical triple here as he winds down with 10 seconds to get one more building, and VN Esporting are going to take the lead after they started with the percentage deficit.
Yeah, and you can see like the percentage overall is still close, but we have had this now multiple times today where both teams being close in percentage, but just so little bit different with the stars, like 1-star differences. We had that a couple of times. Now the question is, can CHACHA Esports answer this and get their first 3-star? And that would be just so important to really know that they're staying close to a top team like Foreign Esporting is. And well, One Pro King is going to try exactly that with his next attack. And he's going to attack either Demo, iPro, or Hawk. Let's see, who is he going to attack?
Yeah, there's so many good players in this match here. I think this war could swing in an instant, but let's see what happens here. One Pro King diving in for CHACHA Esports. Down by, it looks like, only 2 buildings on overall percentage. And so if they can get an exchange in their advantage with a triple on the board and almost any defense, then they should be able to get the lead here and swing this into their favor. So looks like the Warden protects the Headhunters to go after the defensive Queen with that new skin, by the way. Looks pretty awesome. Or was that the Road Champion? That was Road Champion, I mean, yeah. And he goes ahead and drops in the Super Minion Bomb to drop in next to the Town Hall. Now, we got to watch that Invisibility Tower. We need to get some strikes to get the Invisibility Tower triggered, and then we need to have the Super Archers turn around and attack something else, and then go back over the Town Hall. So I think a lot of time to work there, but it looks like he's got it mostly under control there. We got a full CC pull, or maybe, I'm not sure yet. Did he get a full CC pull there?
I'm not sure, but those archers are just, at least a lot of them are going down because of another small bomb. But the most important thing is whenever you're trying that as well, and you're going into an invisibility tower, make sure that you're only using 1 clone, because this means you have 1 more invisibility spell, and you can kind of like outlast the invisibility on defense, and it's just way more consistent. And he did exactly that with his approach, but now the question is, can he get enough value with his heroes? Because going into multi-inferno towers with the Lalo without having any support of a Warden or of like any spells is a horrible thing to happen. So he needs to get this multi-inferno tower, and if even possible, even maybe the second, because otherwise this would be really bad for him.
Need to start the Lalo to go in from the left side. He will not have any haste, no rages. The Lalo's going to be moving at snail's pace here, so he needs to make sure he comes in behind the sweeper. It doesn't complicate it further. So an approach from the left side to go after the defensive Queen is going to be very, very critical. But we have to remember that this CC, we only saw archers come out of it. There's definitely more CC troops in there that could come out and maybe mess up the Lalo. Maybe it's some super minions. It's hard to say what's going to be in there right now, but we'll see what pops out of there as he moves into the range, and the Lalo just swarm across the top of the base there, just trickling in more and more balloons as the Hounds cross into the very top corner. But the defensive Queen is holding the line up top, and Ground Expo is picking off his Headhunters up there and stopping the defensive Queen from going down. That's a problem, and it is super minions on defense. They're defending the core. Headhunters are going after his Queen right now. She goes down. This is going to shut down here very quickly, Itsu.
Yeah, the multi-inferno tower is staying alive. The scatter shot as well. The defending Queen did such a good job of defending this area of the base that this Lalo is just not powerful enough. This is always the problem, playing Lalo without any spells or any support. When it comes down to the Warden, for example, it's just so hard to do, and it was not enough value which he has gotten in the beginning. And with that, you can see the percentage is climbing a little bit higher, but it's not going to get the 3-star, which CHACHA Esports needed so badly. And Foreign Esporting might just pull ahead completely if they get another 3-star in, because this would mean they're 2 stars ahead, a lot of percentages as well, and this could snowball out of control really quickly.
And like I was saying at the start of the war here, I was a little bit concerned about what VN Esporting had for defense, because I wasn't sure the caliber of their bases when we saw that they had as high as hit rates as they have, like every single player pushing above a 60% hit rate, and then they had 2 losses. And so that just the fact that they had 2 losses in the earlier stages of this Swiss bracket had me baffled that they were taking losses at all when they were hitting like that. So I was concerned that the bases would be receiving a lot more triples, but they're holding very, very strong. They're holding back these CHACHA players, so they definitely came prepared. And now, as iPro gets ready to go, it is going to be another Queen charge into Lalo, and another, what do you call this, diamond style base? But look at that Eagle Artillery over the right side, completely exposed on the outside of the base there, and maybe just asking for a Queen charge to go right into it.
Yes, that's right. Starting things off with a funnel on that top side to get that Queen into that scatter shot. But we have seen this today many times. A Queen charge into a scatter, which is then getting raged up. Let's hope that this is going the right way this time around, and hopefully this Queen can be managed and can be controlled as she's entering into this high damage area. 2 expos, this scatter shot, and a sweeper against him as well. He needs to control this perfectly, and if there's one player, iPro might be the player to do it.
Absolutely. The king goes to the outside of the base. He's going to go handle the Eagle Artillery, cut the pathing of the queen out up ahead. Queen should not have any reason to relieve this compartment, so she should be able to pass right through the wall breaks with the top corner compartment opened up already, and the compartment she's in. The next wall breaker will target the rage tower, but he could just be patient. He could wait until the rage tower goes down and try to get the wall breaker to target one of those battle builders of the queen pad deeper in the base and go for an even deeper push. But he does wall break at the rage tower. He's got 2 more, so he has plenty of options here. But that first wall breaker does give him access to the left side multi-inferno, gets the headhunter down, poison down for the defense of CC, and King doing some good work there to get the Eagle Artillery down before it can target on and get a shot in the air there for the queen. So very good management so far, and all the biggest, highest damage threats to the queen have been eliminated. The only thing I'm concerned about right now is whether the healers ended up getting targeted by one of these multis as he passed nearby one and maybe passes healers a little bit close to the other.
Yeah, and when exactly is going to be the next wall break happening? That's the next question. Because he has still 2 more wall breaks. He cannot reach the second multi-inferno tower, and now it's targeting the healers exactly as you said. There are some giant bombs, but the wall break is making it. But the slammer opened up the wrong compartment, and this means this queen cannot take down the second multi-inferno tower. The tornado trap keeps everything in place, but the vulnerability was just perfect.
Wait, queen! Look, she's going back! She's going back! Wait, where is she going? I should go to the warden. What? Okay. She circles all the way around. She takes the warden. She's working on the multi. She takes that multi. He might actually be able to get this base down. But she takes it on her final strike. And the blues will have a bit more safety. But the scatter shot under rage completely decimated them. And the defensive king shuts down his road champion to the ground there. Wait, there's one dragon rider here. There's a chance still. Just, maybe not. Maybe not, Itsu.
Yeah, on defense, the air expo with the scatter together, really making sure that they cannot get through that. It's high percentage though, so it's like not the end of the world, especially because Foreign Esporting already, they have the lead anyways at this position, and percentage-wise, they're going to pull ahead even further. And, well, CHACHA Esports, they really have to get their first 3-star on the board. We're already talking that with Foreign Esporting having such an incredible offense, their defense is, well, not always the best when they're losing some matches, but this means you need to 3-star against them because you know they will hit high scores. And CHACHA Esports so far cannot get those 3 stars in, which would be needed to really challenge them.
Yeah, their percentage is slipping away a little bit here. That's a little bit of a problem. But as we get down to the last couple of attackers here, they need to make a big move. They need to make it now. So if you're playing down on percentage, you're playing down on stars, like this is where you start to maybe think to take a little bit more risk that you may not may not normally do. You may risk an attack that has a higher chance of a 1-star and not play it so safe if you need to close a gap. And with the winner of this advancing to stage 3 into the top 16, guaranteed payout of $5,000 minimum, maximum if they make it all the way and make it to Worlds, then the prize just ramps up like crazy all the way up to $300,000 for first place. So you need to maybe just throw a little bit of caution to the wind here and just send it. But Dig's going to be going in with a Zap into Electro Titan Smash. A lot of times the Zap Electro Titan Smash is going to be trying to remove the threats to get a Town Hall takedown, but he's actually going to be attacking from the right side. Is he going to put Titans through the Town Hall here? He's either going to, if he's going to go in with this Warden walk here, he's probably going to remove the Expo and the Inferno next to where the Warden is, which he is. And then he has the choice to either go north to the Eagle Artillery, which is higher risk, but has, in my opinion, a higher chance of success, or he can take the safer play and go south and go in directly at the Town Hall. And he's going to take the risk here, Itsu. He is going to take that risk, and I think this is the right call right now.
And he has to step things up because he is the person with the highest hit rate on his team. Most of the other players have around this 50% hit rate. He has an above 70 hit rate in this first 2 stages. So he wants to get this 3-star in for his team. And as I said, he's taking the risk going from the opposite side. Right now he has the siege drill or the battle drill selected. Maybe he's going to still change that to a lock launcher maybe, but right now it seems like that he's going to stay with that siege. Is it going to be placed onto the multi-inferno tower, or what exactly is the plan here? Because for now, he's not placing anything.
Yeah, he put in 1 wall breaker and opened up the rage tower, but it misses the multi-inferno. He can reach the multi-inferno with the wall that was opened up by the wall breakers. The queen steps through. Battle drill does go in, goes directly to the multi-inferno, but the other one is going to be reachable by the queen as well. But the queen goes down. That's a big, big problem for him. Uh-oh, what does he do with that multi? It's going to wreck him.
Oh no, and he still has to get the town hall. I mean, those super minions now are just firing away on whatever there was. Is it now offensive or defensive? Why would you put your Bellator there when you have super minion in there? I'm a little bit confused right now. Something maybe has not worked to plan, because right now those troops are struggling to get the second star. The town hall is still alive and is protected by that monolith as well.
Okay, well, he's got the Royal Champion making her approach there. She should be able to get a stun with the Diggy. If Diggy's still alive, he ranges the Royal Champion. Has the ability to go off there. Does remove some buildings on the other side there. Not got the battle build out of the way, so it's not going to get repaired. But the Royal Champion will secure the Town Hall takedown. And if that's a miss. That's a bad time for a miss here when you're already playing down. They're going to need to pick up a major defense in response to this. But you know what? At least it wasn't a 1-star. It was a big risk that he decided to go with that path, and he needed the Queen to stay alive. But the Queen got sniped off by the defensive CC troops there. And when she got intercepted and the multi stay standing, then he was just kind of playing, he was just scrambling to try to recover it at that point there. And the fact that he took that risk there, I mean, it shows what they're willing to do right now. But it is going to be at least a moderate percentage 2-star, and they might be able to work with that if they can pick up a defense soon.
Yeah, but I feel like at this point, with being behind quite a few percentage points, it's not even enough anymore to tie on stars, because they would need the lead in stars, which right now feels harder and harder to achieve, especially now with eSporting being up next. They're attacking next, and they have yet again the chance of either increasing their percentage or getting another 3-star on the board. So things are not looking that optimal for CHACHA Esports, but Only Esporting is up next, and they can really now get that 2-star lead with another 3-star.
Yeah, it was I looked at the numbers there, and I think it was 19 buildings down going into that attack there in the favor of VN Esporting. So with 19 buildings more left on the board with an 81%, then I think that if we see a triple out of VN Esporting, they should be up by 38 buildings, and obviously the stars on top of that. So right now, we're gonna have to see some major defenses out of CHACHA. They're gonna have to get a big hold here as Demo dives in. And Demo's been a little bit hot and cold lately right now, so maybe that's the chance that CHACHA needs. I don't know. We'll have to see how he performs this one, but he drops in a couple of rocket balloons, protects the blimp. The blimp sails directly to the town hall, hits a black air bomb, and out comes, looks like, Super Wizards. You're seeing more and more players breaking out Super Wizards right now, and it is actually a relatively safe way that they are able to do it there with the 9-troop combination in the blimp.
And I'm just so confused. Like, CHACHA Esports is just using popular legend bases. Like, I don't know what is going on there. If this is like the plan, or if they just ran out of bases, so they just used some legend bases. I am confused at least a little bit. But let's see if Demo has already attacked this base at some point, as his Electro Dragons are closing in and going for that Eagle, and those lightnings should be really nice.
Getting the chains in the defensive grand ward. The other chain will go to the air defense, I believe, next. Nope. Skip the air defense there, but the next one might go to the air defense. He's got the rage still active, and it takes the air defense down. He's cleared out the entire quarter there. If the E-Drag takes the arch tower, it's going to be able to coast on the outside of the base there for quite a while and just stay safe, but I think it takes it. So E-Drag's safe, and the Super Dragons now have a lane created right through the middle of the base there, with the minions chipping away at the trash buildings on the outside down south. He will have the dragons all converge together into the middle of the base here. So this is a very cool setup here. And if the dragons clear that, the heroes are still all on standby to sweep out the backside.
Yeah, he now waits for the clan casters to go down, or at least like he doesn't want to run the risk of losing out like a ground-based clan castle. And so far, the Super Dragons are doing a really good job of entering that core. There goes the king, there goes the queen, because there's only 1 minute and couple of seconds left. The chain trap is triggered, but red mines are lured out. Only one of the Super Dragons is getting hit. And with the scatter freeze, those Super Dragons can just move through the base, with the queen taking a lot of damage though.
Delayed the Royal Champion until the CC was about to go down, so that she didn't go inside of the range and pull whatever was still standing inside of there out. And so he's got it under control here. He got the Warden was taking some strikes at the Queen up on top of the base there, but he goes to Phoenix, he retargets, he goes over and starts following everybody else there, and he'll die out here. But the Phoenix stays behind and will work with the Royal Champion to get that multi and expo down. So he's actually looking very good here. He's still got a Headhunter on standby to help him deal with some of these backside heroes.
Yeah, the Archer already working on the top right gold storage. Headhunter will be placed as soon as his king is about to approach the defending king. There goes the royal champion without her ability, but with a new cool skin, trying to lead the charge into those back-end defenses. And most of those defenses are one-shot. And there goes the Tesla. The Wizard Tower is next, but 10 seconds and 3 storages.
Okay, I think he has enough here. The minion or the archer chip would wait for a long time there. Weakens up that last storage there. He steps in, takes the final strike at the final second, and Devo locks in a very important triple right there to put his team 2 stars and a heavy amount of percentage lead. I think that puts them 38 buildings in the advantage and 2 stars up. They have this win locked in. All they gotta do now is just play it safe here. Don't take any risks and make sure they get a 2-star in the next attack.
Yes, they're looking really good in this match, and now at this point, CHACHA Esports, they have to 3-star and just hope for a miracle, which is, I don't know, like, I mean, they need a 1-star or even a 0-star defense or something crazy like that, but first off, they need to 3-star to even think about this option that this might happen. So everything is relying on the shoulders of that last attacker of CHACHA Esports, and he is bringing the super bowlers to this base, to this attack. And let's see what he's going to start with. He has the Flame Finger selected. Is he going to use it, or is he going to switch the siege? Is he going to go for the log launcher as this diamond base? You typically see the far side entries, or is it going to be a complete other opening?
He's got 2 wall breakers. He's got a jump spell. He can definitely run the Flame Finger to form half of the funnel. A lot of times they'll run a Warded Walk to form the other half of the funnel. So if they work together there and create a lane right down the middle, then that can work out fantastic. Making sure to deploy the healers outside of the range of the defenses, specifically the air defense. And look at this, the Flame Flinger actually deploys right behind the Warden Walk and will continue on to the Scatter Shot compartment. And the question, like, I would say if I was doing a Warden Walk here, I would attack on the defensive Royal Champion side of the base rather than the Queen side of the base there, because the Warden can outrange the defensive Royal Champion and never actually have that lock on. So the Queen can target the Warden here, so we may have to invest some spells if that's the side of the base that he wants to attack, but maybe he's banking on the other side of the base there being trapped and making so that they won't trap against this entry, but he does invest the Headhunter. He does get the rage. He does get the defensive Queen down, and he's gonna get everything but the mortar there. And I guess the mortar will lock onto the Flame Flinger now and take some strikes, and it wasn't perfectly efficient there, but it got the job done, it too.
Yeah, really surprised that he's doing that warded over that early. Especially we have seen some insane Super Bowler attacks already recently, and they can be really quick. But this is an approach which we have seen quite a bit in higher legends, where versus those diamond bases, you're not sending your queen into the middle of the base, which sounds crazy, but the king a lot of times is just way better in those smash attacks. You kind of let him go down, the Phoenix is getting spawned, and this is protecting all of your healers moving in. The queen on this one, though, is moving a little bit slow, as she's trying to create the pathing, create the funneling, but now we have all of the troops walking inside, and this is exactly where this strategy shines. It's like the queen at this point, she's just funneling way better than the king, and at some point he would support her with that royal champion, and this approach versus diamond bases is just incredibly strong.
Yeah, but like you're saying, the Phoenix can clear a lot of traps there ahead of the healers there, but the Phoenix actually got knocked out by the sweepers after the king went down, so it's way down south, and the healers are gonna start to take traps there, where the Phoenix would have been able to absorb those traps if it stayed center, but now the healers are gonna potentially go through the town hall. But the World Champion joins up north. She gets in there and clears that compartment. She has her ability intact. She's right on the verge of going to ability, but the bowlers are just staying put right there. They're not pulling the healers into the poison, and so they are just moving just slow enough to give him the pace that he needs, and it does actually look like he's got it under control here. The Queen with ability should be able to finish off the base there. The healers are live, Ward is live, there's a super dragon that came out of the Flame Flinger. All the bowlers are gone, but they did their job. It's a triple for Mustafa with plenty of time to spare.
Yeah, really, really good showcase of how strong this approach is versus those diamond bases. I'm really hoping that we're going to see that more often in the future. This looks really, really strong. And just so strange, as you normally always have your queen being part of the main strategy, being part of the main push within that core. But on this one, it's all about the queen being the perfect option to funnel and to push those troops further into the base, and the king and the Phoenix just triggering all of those traps if it works out perfectly. But hey, he did everything they could to get the 3-star. And now it's up to Hawk. Either secure the win or mess up everything. Let's see what it's going to be as he's charging in with the Queen charge Lalo.
All right, well, we got to get the town hall secured here. That's the #1 focus. If you just get the 2-star, then you're winning a minimum of $5,000. You're staying alive with the competition still giving you a chance to make it to the World Championship. You go on to Phase 4. You play in the next Swiss stages. You're in the top 16, so just play it safe here is what I would think that he would do, but that's not what he's doing here. He's going to have the Queen go south. He's going to attack the Eagle Artillery side of the base, and he's going to leave a Town Hall area with a Rage Tower and a Multi-Inferno for late in the attack here, and this is already making me nervous here, Itsu.
I mean, they're giving us a show. I appreciate that, even though I would have thought they would play just safe. I mean, at this point, they could just, like, put a Super Dragons into the Town Hall and they would have secured the 2nd star, right? But they're just confident in their Queen Charge skills, even versus those Rage Towers. We have the Flinger on the far right side, trying his best to go for that scatter, while the King is pushing that Queen further into the Multi-Inferno Towers, but she's going to go against 2 or at least 1 sweeper. And then we have the Lado go into the Town Hall, but there's always the possibility of a tornado trap around that area of the base.
I like that the Flame Flicker is almost able to take out the defensive Queen. Actually might end up getting her as she keeps wandering back into the fire right there, but she'll lock on, she'll pop it open, and whatever's inside will go finish her off. So quickly dealt with. The Queen has solid funnels on both sides. They're now being further emphasized by the Electro Titan and the Yeti up top. King still working down south. Queen with the wall breaks gets all the way through, picks up the Expo, and she doesn't have any more wall breaks, but she's just gonna escape out of the base there and leave the monolith for now. She's gonna keep on getting struck here, but this is where it gets dicey. This is what I was concerned about, but look at all the red air bombs going off across the top of the base there. No siege machine to go in and snipe the Town Hall. He's losing a lot of troops, has to use the early ward ability, reinforces more balloons, has to get the Town Hall down. Oh, come on, take the Town Hall. Don't risk this. Don't throw this now. Everybody steps in, takes the strike, and the Town Hall goes down via eSporting, making us nervous at the end there, but the World Champion will pick up the healers here, and he's not just picking up that Town Hall, he's going all the way to the triple on this one, Itsu.
Not gonna lie, if this would have been like my teammate, I would have went crazy. I mean, taking that risk of deploying the Royal Champion before the Town Hall is even down, I mean, oh my goodness. This could have been so bad if this tornado trap would have been in front of the Town Hall. But hey, he got it. He got the 3 stars. Everything is great. They are winning with 13 stars in the end and a really solid percentage. They're getting their 60% hit rate again with 13 stars overall. Great match by them. But that last attack really got me in heart attack.